Well. Looks like everything is starting to align. The stars are starting to align in the third season of Pablo 4 Force because, man, oh my God. We had a lot in this episode. We had a lot. We had a lot where, I mean, we knew Tommy was going to play Stacy. Like, you saw how she just blew a gasket like this entire episode. She's like, where's Tommy? I need Tommy now. Bobby like, listen, one of my guys got killed for this. I don't give a fuck. Where's Tommy? I said, damn. And Bobby had a gut feeling. He was just like, nah, something off about this. He was trying to tell us. He was like, nah, I can feel it now. I got him. And then she got played. But it was kind of crazy because Merkovich got shot in the leg. So I was like, wait a minute, what? Merkovich got shot in the leg. I was like, oh, damn. But, all right, it's game over for Merkovich. It was really game over because he was taking too many losses and too many hits. It was just like watching like an NBA game. And, you know, you're rooting for your favorite team to win, and all of a sudden, they can't get the job done. They make it to the playoffs. They somehow make it to the playoffs, and then they just immediately lose. Like, I guess, like 3 games in 0. Like, I was just like, Jesus. But, yeah, Merkovich is done, right? And Tommy just had everything set up, like, perfectly for Claudia. It was kind of crazy how he had her on, like, he was like a puppeteer. Like, he was literally just puppeteering everything on Claudia. Where, yeah, obviously he had Shanti in on it, and she knew. And I was like, damn it, I had hopes. I kind of had hopes because I really liked the Shanti and Claudia team. I really did. They had something. To be honest, I feel like they had something, right? But then just blew up. That was it. And next thing you know, she got stabbed. But we all know how stabbers go in power, right? Because remember when Ghost had some men stab Felipe Lobos, when he had them stab Lobos in prison at the time, and he didn't die, he survived. So, and she got stabbed in the back. So unless it's confirmed that she's dead, then she's dead. But she got stabbed in the back. So I'm like, I don't really think Claudia's dead. I think she gonna probably take like a little touch, like a little love tap to the back. That's what I think it is. Just a little love tap to the back because, you know, she was gloating in the beginning like, oh, Tommy, you know, I'm untouchable. I got the Marquez cartel. I got the Serbs. You should have killed me while you had the chance. Nana boo-boo. And Tommy like, all right, bitch, I'm going to see you real soon. And he did. He saw her real soon. So I was like, okay. But then we got Vic. See, I mean, technically, Vic did want Claudia to get, you know, put down by the FBI. He technically did, though, because he had her under the recording. Like, well, you know, just admit that, yeah, you was responsible for all of this. I'm like, well, technically that is true. And they got her anyway. Busted her and everything. I was like, wow. So Claudia, she's done, but I feel like she's going to make like an impact. Maybe in the next season. If she's not dead, which I don't think she is. I think, like I said, it was just like a love tap to the back, right? That's what I think, right? And D-Mac, D-Mac was like all over the scenes in this episode because he decided to kill Mad Dog. King Kilo's like, I'm going to be getting out of prison real soon. And he like, yo, like, what's going on? So D-Mac, I guess, is essentially, I wouldn't say on the run. I'm thinking he's probably going to be either staying at maybe Marshall's place or maybe he's going to be like gone. I don't know what's going to be like happen. I don't know what's going to like happen with like D-Mac's character. Because, you know, he's trying to, I'm trying to, you know, make things right with Tommy. I'm trying to make things right with Diamond. Because Marshall was telling him about like the whole Mad Dog situation. So he said, I bet I'm going to handle this. And then he just immediately shows up out of nowhere and kills him. And I'm like, okay. And then, you know, word got out. It was just like, well, D-Mac did it. So now King Kilo is going to be like, listen, he got to go. Like this kid, this D-Mac kid, he got to go. He killed my nephew. He got to go. So I'm just like, he just made things completely worse. And he was just spiraling out of control, saying all types of F words and slurs and shit. I was just like, oh no. He's a horrible Tariq. I mean, let me know in the comment section down below. I guess, like, if you gotta like Tariq. Okay, not even like if you have to like Tariq. If you have to choose between D-Mac and Tariq, I don't know. Even though I'm still, I haven't forgot what Tariq did, but I gotta lean over to Tariq a little bit. Because D-Mac, he's all over the place. He's not thinking. I mean, how you got these brain and you smart and you just making stupid decisions? Why would you shoot the kid in the daytime when you could have got him at night? That's how most thugs do it. They don't. Well, I can't say that because most thugs are fucking stupid. But it's just like, why would you do it during the day? It was so stupid. So now he's gonna be roped up into something, and on top of that, the whole, him killing Ben again. So I was just like, you killed the cop, you killed Mad Dog. So now it ain't gonna be looking too good. And then since like Jenard and Diamond know about the plan and about what they're gonna try to do behind Tommy's back, I mean, it's kind of fair because Tommy's just been moving all over the place. He's been moving all over the place. I mean, as he showed Chet at the end, where he's just like, look, we took care of the Serbs, right? They got arrested, this and that. He like, listen. And then Chet like, I told y'all about this, but he said, all right, y'all did something that Miguel didn't do, so I'm going to give CBI a spot. And then, everybody's all working together and shit, so I'm just like, all right. And then, Miguel tried to put a hit out on Tommy, right, which failed. And then, they was kind of like doing a little friendly banter at the end where he was just like, oh, what happened to your guy? I think it was like Narcissus. He's like, what happened to him? He's like, oh, he ain't here right now. It was just like you could tell in his voice, like, I'm gonna get your fucking ass. I'm gonna pull out the gun, the Glock, the Glizzy. I'm gonna blast your ass. Don't worry, Tommy. I'm gonna shoot your ass real soon. And Tommy just chilling. He like, all right, Miguel, don't worry. I'm gonna see you. And then Jenard and Shanti, what they did at the end, where they basically sent Miguel the picture of those two, like Miguel and Maria together, and I'm like, yeah. And then now that when Diamond told him in the beginning about how, Tommy and Diamond was the ones who have like set up the whole thing with like Miguel, where they took the product and then they pinned it on the Serbs, and then that's when Jenard just learning all these things. So I'm like, I was like so feeling sentimental to like towards Jenard. I was just like, damn it. And it was kind of like, coming back into the season, to this episode, and I'm like, Jesus, yeah, this man, I forget, because he's a little, like, every time I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'm like, damn, and then Shanti, like, nah, we're going to have everything. She like, yeah, Miguel going to kill Tommy, we're going to have CBI to ourselves, it's going to be picture perfect. So I'm like, see, I don't know. It's just like, the way they was talking at the end, I'm like, I kind of want to see Shanti dead now. Like, the way she was talking, I'm like, I kind of want to see her to get popped again. Because I'm like, I just didn't like it. I didn't like what they did. But, I mean, granted, the story had to progress anyway. Because Miguel had to have known. But I see them in the third season trying to, like, get under Miguel's good side, where I think they're going to be going to Miguel, giving him information. Oh, yeah, it was Tommy the one that did this. And then Miguel going to be like, all right. So I think, even though they're trying to play safe, where they like, well, they don't want to be, tied to anything, but I feel like somebody's going to overstep their boundary and get a little bit too greedy when they believe that Tommy's going to be on the ropes, where they're going to come along and be like, no, let's cut CBI by the knees or whatever. And then they're going to probably try to, like, I don't know, maybe slip Miguel maybe more information, this and that. So they're going to be Miguel's CI. That's what I strongly see. Like, the way they're moving, that's what I strongly see, where if they provide Miguel with more information about what Tommy's doing or whatever, right, and then they get rid of Tommy, and then they would have CBI for themselves, or have like a better understanding, a better agreement, I should say, with Miguel. That's what I kind of see what they doing, because I'm like, I just don't like it. I really don't, man. It's just, nah, Shanti, I don't know, man. I don't know. Shanti, I don't know. She gotta go. I don't know. I don't like what I was seeing with her. She gotta go, but yo, man. Oh my God, this was so good. This episode was good. Like, you see at the end, Tommy was just like, this is for Liliana. Like, you took her out. And then now, when Tommy was talking to Diamond, he was just like, well, you know how powerful it would be to have, like, a CI under your control. Now, it's a dangerous thing to have, because he can be, constantly giving information, but then Stacy is so hard up for Tommy. I mean, it's twice she got her peoples killed trying to get Tommy, and I'm like, and Tommy's like, nah, we could use Vic. This is perfect. He ain't going anywhere. I want him to know that I know. So I'm like, ugh, that's a good thing, but it's a bad thing, because you're playing a dangerous game because Stacy could lock up Vic at any moment, right? But then at the same time, Tommy would be like a couple of steps ahead to be like, okay, if there's any information that Stacy has on him or is trying to get, give it to Vic, and then Vic could be safe. So Vic is stuck. Vic is completely stuck at this point. So I'm like, oh my God, ain't looking good for Vic. Now, I don't think Maria is actually dead. I don't think she's dead. I think Miguel probably like took her somewhere. Maybe she's in Mexico, forced her to be somewhere. I don't think she's dead. I don't think she's dead. I don't think she's dead, because that would be kind of crazy. I mean, it would be interesting if he killed. Nah, I don't think he did. I think he just like sent off somewhere and be like, you ain't ever coming back to Chicago ever again. You ain't ever seeing Tommy. I know. Fuck that. You gonna stay. So that's what I think. I don't really see her actually dead or anything. But Miguel sitting there laughing. He like, you ain't gonna ever see her again. But he like, yeah, Tommy, we gonna be working well together. But it's gonna be a chance. I'm gonna pop your ass. So I'm like, oh no, like that man was laughing. So I'm like, oh boy. So third season, it's definitely going to be Tommy versus Miguel, right? And I don't know. Now, the third season, Maria could die. She could. Because if a bullet goes off, something happens, and she might have to be forced to choose again between, I don't know. Like, something could happen. But third season is definitely going to be Tommy versus Miguel. That's definitely going to happen. Because now that Merkovich is gone, it's just going to be those two that's going to be like button heads, because Chet is just like, y'all better play along safe. Like, I wouldn't mind a little friendly competition, but y'all two be on your best behavior. Y'all work for me, right? And let's make things happen. But out of everything that's going to happen between those two, then you have like Tommy and Diamond. When they had their little talk, he was just like, you always moving stuff ahead. If it wasn't for me, you would be dead, which is true, because if it wasn't for Diamond, right? And they make like valuable points on certain things where Tommy is like always thinking steps ahead, and Diamond, he's like he's playing catch up. And when you think about it, it's almost in the reverse on how Ghost and Tommy was, because Ghost was always making all these crazy decisions and moves. Tommy was being left out in the dark. Now you see it where it's Diamond the one being left out in the dark, and Tommy's the one like always making all these moves, and Diamond is just like, he can't keep up with him because he's always like thinking, he's always moving. And I mean, they are going to come to a butting head when Tommy does find out about the whole, okay, Mad Dog is dead, D-Mac did it, and how is he going to try to save D-Mac? But again, the way D-Mac was acting, I mean, he's a stupid version of I was gonna say Sharik. He's a stupid version of Tariq, but in Chicago, because he's not thinking. And if a bullet is gonna have to change his life, and it's gonna be the bullet that's gonna keep him in the ground permanently, then it's gonna have to happen. Because despite Kate having an overdose, and Tommy was just looking at her crying like, I'm just going to let you die, and JP was there. If JP wasn't there, I think Tommy was going to let her die. But Tommy and JP had that whole thing where he said that, I think it was his name, Herman. I think that was his father's name. I think it was Herman, where he said that, he was right. You would bring this, great disaster. You ain't my brother, and this and that. And I'm like, well, I mean, Tommy was trying to make things right, and I mean, JP was never really in the life like that to truly understand Tommy, which is why Kate has to explain, because I'm sick of this shit. Kate has to explain to JP who Tommy's real brother was, because this whole puss and foot game of he still don't know anything. So I'm like, no, she has to explain to him. The only person that Tommy ever acknowledged and truly saw as his brother was Ghost, and explain about a kid named James St. Patrick to him, for him to understand who he was, to be like, okay, this is who Tommy was rolling with, and this is the person that Tommy acknowledged. Now, Tommy is never going to get that brothership ever again, because him and Diamond, they're going to have a falling out. That's going to definitely happen. JP and Tommy, they're incompatible. They're definitely incompatible with each other. So I'm just like, man, Tommy out here technically gonna be rolling in the streets alone. Cause you ever heard that old saying where you have a bunch of friends and crewmen around you, but something, you notice that something is off, and it makes you feel like you're the only one in the room despite you having like a bunch of people there. And that's Tommy. And that is Tommy. But comment down below what you thought of this final episode of episode 10, right? With your thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will catch you all in the next one.